so much for tuning in today. I have a very special guest who has come all the way over from the UK to Kerry, and this is Karina,
Hi.
the jam goddess. So,
Nice to meet you guys.
yeah, thanks for coming over, Karina, all the way
Thanks
to
for
County
having me.
Kerry. Yeah, so can you let people know how you actually started off becoming the jam goddess? Like, what led you to
Oh,
do this?
that's a very long story.
Yeah.
So basically, my family has been making jams forever,
Mm-hmm.
and after uni, I decided I wanted to go to a corporate job. I wanted to explore the world, and I went to England. So I'm originally from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Came all the way to England and thought, I was gonna stay a year,
Mm-hmm.
and 1 year turned into 17 years.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I had a very successful career in the corporate world. I did loads of different jobs. In the end, I was in sales, so I looked after some very big global accounts. And when we met last year, I was literally on crutches in terms of my health. I was burned out, and I just couldn't function anymore. And that's how we kind of met.
Yeah.
So I was looking for a way out, really, to see what else I could do
Yeah.
in order to, do something I love doing and still have a job and still earn some money. So I've always been really big into nutrition because I believe you are what you eat.
Yeah.
So I was looking around really and what's out there in the market, because I wanted to have a treat without having a lot of sugar, because I couldn't physically cope with the sugar in so many foods. And I found that literally there was no jam in the market and that didn't have sugar, and most of the products were quite full of preservatives, which was another issue for me because I'm quite intolerant to a lot of different foods without going into detail. So I kind of went on a mission to develop a sugar-free jam, and it took me a good 3-4 months to kind of get the consistency right, because I got told by so many experts in the market that you cannot make a jam without sugar.
Okay.
So they literally said it's impossible to do, and I like to have a challenge, so I went off and proved them wrong, really. So we launched 3-4 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
We've got 3 flavors on offer, and it's completely natural and free of preservatives, gluten-free and vegan. So it is actually a lovely product and really safe to eat, which was extremely important to me, because I know what it's like to eat something that you can't tolerate and you're ill afterwards. So the quality and the safety aspects were extremely important to me.
So you discovered, because you're using is an organic stevia as the actual sweetener instead of what is usually the sugar.
Yes, so we kind of took what traditionally is a jam recipe, which some of you might find that surprising, as 40% fruit, 60% sugar, and a bit of pectin and stuff to bind it together. So we took all the sugar out and replaced it with 85% fruit and 15% stevia, which just gives it a tiny bit of sweetness. So it is not an extremely sweet product, but for anybody who's looking for a sugar-free alternative, I think there's not that expectation that it needs to be super sweet. Just to give it a light sweetness that you can spread on your toast or have in your porridge, or put in your milkshake, whatever you want to do with it. Is quite versatile.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I suppose the jam goddess really that you've set up is really, I suppose, a reflection of where you are in your own personal journey.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it kind of reflects that value that you have on health and knowing what's in your food.
Yes, exactly. And I think what I want to make sure is that the product is safe. And just because it's sugar-free, it doesn't mean it's boring or it doesn't taste very nice. It actually, and you've tasted it, so you can vouch for it. It's actually a really nice product. And what we're doing right now is just to give the consumer a bit more reassurance. We're actually having it lab tested by a lab in Cambridge who then come back with the results, and we will publish that on the website to ensure that people are on board. Because what I found from personal experience is that loads of food companies have ingredients in the food, they don't declare it properly, and people get ill afterwards. So I wanted an independent organization to certify that literally it is what it says on the tin, and that, you know, there's no messing around with any ingredients.
That's amazing. And that's really satisfying to hear that, because I think like what you're saying, there's a lot of food companies that are out there and they're not necessarily declaring exactly what's on the label, and so there's a bit of misleading. So it's very good for you to kind of almost spearhead, you know, basically just being very transparent with your customer, and as that is probably part of what you want yourself. People then who are like you, who are many out there that have, you know, different health issues with allergies and things like that,
exactly.
you know, they want to know exactly what's in it. And so I think when you actually can demonstrate, look, I've actually went to the bother of getting independent testing, I've invested my money to basically give customers massive reassurance, isn't it? That's really the way forward, I think, in that in the marketplace. Like, to me, not knowing you, I would straight away that would pop out as something that I would be really just it's just like when you see that level of care that you're actually demonstrating, it basically then your jam is kind of something that would grab my attention more so than just the fact that it's sugar free. Do you know?
Definitely. I think, you know, I'm sure there's loads of parents out there who have got kids, and children are always the worst critics, really. And just, you want to give your child something that you perceive is good for them. So that was another reason for me to go down that route. Just, I think over the years, generally speaking, there's a lot of mistrust. When you go into a supermarket and you pick up a product, and for instance it says no sugar, no added sugar, and some of you might try this at home, but the label is kind of deceiving. So you've got these little hidden extras, and I think people have lost trust in a lot of things, and so for me it's important to rebuild that trust. And I think that's the reason why I wanted to go down that route. That's
amazing. So it sounds like you're starting with jam, but I think that you're really, I suppose, spearheading the new model of, you know, bringing the food industry to a whole new level. So I think it's, you know, you are producing this jam, but I feel like your whole ethos is much greater than just the product that you're producing. I think it's like a whole philosophy that you're bringing
it needs to be transparent. You know, people need to know exactly where stuff comes from and who's making it, and be comfortable with it and enjoy it at the same time. You know, there's no point buying a product that cannot be enjoyed.
I know,
And
I'm eating this jam. But it's so horrible. It's so horrible. I'm so miserable, but it's so healthy.
But especially, you know, if you're like me, gluten free, and or you're diabetic, automatically you think it's low sugar. It must be horrible.
Definitely.
And I was actually trying to avoid that and make it a product that anybody could enjoy,
even if you're not somebody who necessarily has to avoid sugar for health reasons, just for the fact that it's actually wonderful to eat and very, very delicious. You know, I was adding it to a dairy-free ice cream as a topping. You know, it's beautiful on, you know, if you use like a rye bread or, you know, a courgette bread or whatever you want to use if you're gluten-free. But it's just, to me, I was like astounded how delicious it was. You know, because it's so much fruit. It's like somebody almost, it's just really homemade in its feel, and you know that like an extra attention and care has gone into it, and that actually, you know, shines out when you're actually eating it.
And we make really small batches, so everything is completely handmade. So we're not talking thousands of jars in 1 hour. It's literally very small batches of maybe 100 a day, really. We're looking to upscale production, but at the moment we're more about quality than quantity, honestly.
So you're saying that you are making kind of small scale at the moment, but So if people are watching this, I don't know where they may be in Ireland, might be in the UK or America.
Yeah.
At the moment, where is it most available, and where can people get it?
So right now, you can order online on the Gem Goddess website.
Mm-hmm.
So it's www.thegemgoddess.co.uk.
Yeah.
We predominantly ship just the UK for now. We're looking into different shipping options. And might expand in the future, but right now shipping to outside in UK is quite expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So watch this space. We're working on some solution.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, because I definitely think there'd be a huge demand for it in Ireland, because this is a real kind of foodie culture.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be welcomed into the marketplace here. I know that I'll be looking forward to it being available. Definitely, yeah, because it's really delicious. So it's because I think when I got it into my I suppose my journey into health was primarily because I wanted to overcome ill health.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very motivated, and again I was just stripping out sugar, stripping out processed foods, and there is an element then you almost feel like I can't have anything.
Yes.
I can't have any treat, they all have sugar. So
exactly.
this is something that you can say, even if you're on your health journey, this is something that you can incorporate in, that's not going to delete you or deplete you in any way. It's actually enhancing your health as well as the pleasure of the food. I think that's so important.
And we looked at the other day at a jar of the jam versus a average protein bar. So if you're a fitness professional, you're really into nutrition and fitness, I'm sure lots of people watching this will have a protein bar every now and again, and they tend to be about 180 to 200 calories per bar.
Yeah.
The whole jar of the Gem Goddess jam is actually 170 calories.
That's very good.
So you could eat an entire jar and still consume much lower calories than from eating one protein bar.
That's brilliant, because really, I mean, it is jam, but people almost associate jam with sugar, but this is actually it's actually a way for you to enjoy a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't necessarily just be eating that on its own. Like, it gives it a nice element, and the texture, it's really really nice.
And even if you're really busy in the morning, you're trying to have a quick breakfast. For instance, you want to have a protein shake. Just put a spoonful in your protein shake or in your smoothie, whatever you want to do. I think people kind of probably want to move away from the traditional uses of jam.
Yeah.
I mean, I made a really nice cheesecake the other day, and I just put the jam on top as a topping, and it worked really well. So there's loads of uses for it.
Yeah. So also, I think you'll be coming out with different recipes on your website.
Yes.
Different ideas for people that they can, look at the jam, get the jam, and then, as you say, move away from the traditional things of having to have toast, having to have all these, heavy starch foods, and actually seeing, a much more expanded way of being able to incorporate nice treats in. Yeah, I think that's very important.
So we're trying to research some recipes. I'd say we'll probably send one out every other week for now, and then see where it goes. And it would be lovely to get some feedback from people. And also we publish some on the blog, and if it resonates, then we will keep going.
Brilliant.
As usual. So
where people can find you on your website? So
we are on the internet. So we've got our website, thegемgoddess.co.uk. Then you can find us on Facebook at thegemgoddess.co.uk, and we are on Twitter and Instagram as well. So for anybody watching this, we can put a little discount code at the end of the video, so you get 10% off on your first order.
Yeah. Great reason to order the Gem Goddess jam. So you get your 10% discount code, so we'll have all the links below on the video. Brilliant. Yeah, because I think it's just, as you say, I think when people try things, once you have an experience of eating healthy, just one thing, like I always say to you, it's not about changing everything overnight. It's about changing one small thing. And I think even people just having this jam, which is made with the organic stevia, it actually almost starts that process of, so this is lovely and nourishing and healthy, and this feels good, this feels sustainable. What else can I do? So it's kind of part of, to me, the journey of kind of opening up to better ways to nourish ourselves, better ways to to eat and to kind of appreciate food in our culture.
Definitely. And I think when you're just starting off on that health journey, you might find it a little bit overwhelming. So by doing one step at a time, you know, it becomes a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you will find by the end of it, you don't want to compromise on certain things anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
everything changes. So
exactly.
Start with Jam Goddess Jam and begin the process of transformation. Who knew that jam could have that power?
There you go.
Yeah. So thanks so much, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon in the future and catching up with everything that you're doing.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching.
Thanks. Bye.